Well, hey there, fabulous photographers. Today, I want to talk to you about how to market local events as a photographer. And if you have been taking any of my courses, if you've been teaching or if you've been talking about newsletters for portrait photographers, or if you have been doing our chatbots for photographers and learning how to automate your Facebook pages, I talk a lot about how you need to be socially responsible as a photographer and how you need to be leveraging the things that are going on in your town to get your name out there without ever sounding like a slimy cars salesman. So today I am giving you 5 ways to market a local event as a photographer. And I'm really excited because this past weekend I actually had a local event in my town. I was there as an author. So I was in an author capacity there. I was signing books. I was doing a book signing as part of a steampunk event in my town. And in thinking about this, if I had been there in a photographer capacity and if I had not been working and signing books, I would have done some really cool marketing stuff, and I wanted to talk to you about that today. Now, like I said, I do talk about this in my different courses and in my different webinars and my different trainings, and you guys know this is a really big, important thing to be including things about your town in like your newsletter or on your Facebook page, in your automation, all of these really cool things. You have the opportunity to be this incredible ambassador for the people in your town and for your clients and your potential new clients, but you got to do it in the right way. And these local town events are amazing for doing just that. So I'm going to give you 5 ways today how you can be doing this and how you can leverage this without being slimy. So the first one I want to tell you about is showing up with your camera. And this is obviously one that I would hope that you would think about. If you are letting your fans know, and you should be, remember, this is something you should be including in your weekly news or your monthly newsletter. Sorry, authors are weekly, photographers are monthly. So you should be including this in your photography newsletter, but you should also be doing this out on social media as well. You should be letting people know what's going on in your town, but there's a right and a wrong way to do that. And I can't get too much into that because that is something that is a part of these courses that I teach. So I do have to be respectful of that for my students over there. But one of the things you should be doing is showing up with your camera, letting people know, hey, there's an event and I'm going to be there. I'm going to take your pictures. But it's not just randomly taking pictures. I want you guys to let your clients and your potential new clients and your fans know that you will be there to photograph people. So let's say your town has a steampunk event like mine did. I would show up with my camera and say, hey, listen, guys, I'm going to walk around between this time and this time. I'm going to take photos. If anybody wants some, go ahead, come on up to me, say hello. I'll snap a photo, and then you can email me. I'll email you back with your photo. You can use it as your Facebook profile picture. How cool is that, right? But not just people. I don't just want you to be photographing your clients and your potential new clients. I want you to be making connections as well. So you are also working on photographing vendors and leaders. So if it is an event like mine where there were a lot of vendors, I would definitely be hanging out and photographing the different vendors. I would check out their booths, the stuff that they have, and then we could connect. I would send them some pictures that they could then use on social media. They would have these gorgeous professional images, and I would just do it to be nice and to make that connection, and maybe we could have an ongoing connection through that. I would also be looking for the leadership. So let's say it is less of an event with vendors and more of some kind of charity event or something. And it's like a carnival and you are going to be photographing the leaders. Or it's a church event and you're going to be photographing the kid pastor and kid ministry people. And you're going to get them pictures for their organization or for the people doing it so that they can use that to promote their next event or to promote the one that they just did, even though it's already over. It's a great way to make connections, and it's a great way to get yourself out there and let people know, hey, I am here, I exist, I'm doing this as a service to you out of a heart of love, but I'm also a professional, just in case you ever need me at some point ever, I'm on your radar now. It's pretty cool, right? Now, the second thing I want to talk about is to create a checklist of photo locations. And this is something you do have to do a little bit beforehand. And I want you to send it in your newsletter. I want you to send it on your social media before the event. Whatever the event is, I want you to let people know, here are a list of 5 fantastic things you can be doing as a photo shoot here. So let's say you've got a town picnic. How fun, right? It's down by the river, and people bring their picnic blankets, and they bring picnic baskets, and everybody kind of swaps food, and it's just this great time. So you are going to say, hey, listen, at this town picnic, here are 5 great shots you can get of your family, of your friends, of yourself. And you are going to let them know where are these really great locations at this location to be taking these photos. When you do that, you are equipping them to take their own images in between the professional images that they get with you. And when you educate them, when you help them, when you raise them up to empower them to do their own thing, when they need that professional photographer, they're going to come back to you, right? Pretty awesome. Now, the third one I want to chat about is doing a live broadcast. And I know this can be a little scary because people don't like live broadcasting, but we already know that live broadcasting is the most important thing that you can do on social media right now. This is the most important thing because the algorithms value it higher than anything else. So they value text posts the lowest. If you're just posting words, not a lot of people are going to see it. If you're posting photos, more people will see it. But think about this. How quickly can someone digest a photo? All they have to do is scroll through and they see it. Yay, they've understood what it is and they move on. It is not something they have to spend a lot of time with. Maybe they'll like it. Maybe if you're really good, you'll get a comment out of it. But for the most part, they can just see and scroll through, so you don't get a ton of interaction on a photo. Video is next because people have to stop and watch at least 3 seconds to decide if that is a video that they want to watch. And live video is even more because you get about 30 seconds before someone decides if that live broadcast is right for them. And hey, if you are here with me live, I do appreciate you being here. Leave me some comment below and let me know, are these tips helpful? Is this something that's going well for you? Or do you like these ideas? Do you have questions? Do you have comments? Drop them below or send me a DM because I want to hear from you every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm right here on Facebook.com/KMRobinson Photography, doing these trainings, these tutorials, these tips, these things to raise up your social media marketing as a photographer and get your name out there, get you more clients, more fans, and it's all fabulous. Live broadcasting is so important, not only in my business, but in your business, because this gets you ranked higher in the algorithm system. And when you're ranked higher in the algorithm system, that tells Facebook, that tells Instagram, that tells the social media platforms that you're doing something right and that people like what you're doing. And that, hey, we should show more people. So when you get people to join your lives, when you get people to comment, when you get them to like, when you get them to share, when you get reactions, Facebook, the social media platforms, whatever you're on, says, oh, this is a popular person and this is kind of a popular video. Let's try sending it to more people and see how they respond. And if they do too, well, dang, y'all. Dang, let's send it to more people. It really helps you out. So doing a live broadcast is incredibly amazing because it lifts you up higher in that algorithm system and gets your stuff out more organically to people so you're not paying for as many ads. Yes, so I know it's a scary thing to be on live broadcasting, but the more you do it, the better you get. And if you are at an event and you are live broadcasting, this is amazing. So let's just say I had been in my town and had been able to do all of these things that I was talking about this past weekend instead of doing my book signing. I would have had my phone out. You would have had a live broadcast through your phone and not through BeLive, unfortunately. But it's okay because you're on location and it's all good. You would pop your phone on and you would go around, talk to the different vendors, show off the different events, and you would actually give kind of a guided tour of what you're doing in your town. So you would jump on and say, hey, everybody, I am in town for this event. If you have not checked this out, this is what you're going to see, and this is what you're missing right now. And you would go around. You could show where great places for photos would be. You can show the different kid-friendly events, or if you are specializing in like senior photography, you could show where they could hang out with their friends and get food and get coffee and all of that lovely, wonderful things that people like. And you could kind of do this guided tour and let everybody know this is a great event to go get photos at. Go grab your phone, take your family, take your friends, get some pictures on your own, and have fun with this locally. In fact, let me highlight a couple of my people. And if you have people that you're working with, I hope you do have people that you're working with in your local town, you are going to be highlighting them at that event if they are there and they are participating. So it's a great way to kind of spread the love. And when you are not making it about yourself, you're making it about other people, your clients and prospective new clients will respect that so much more. And they will tune in more frequently because they know you're not always giving them a sales pitch, right? Super helpful. So do your live broadcast. It's awesome. I love live broadcasting. And I know it's a scary thing. I know it's scary, but you can do it. And the more you practice, the better you get. I promise you, when I first started out, I did not sound like this. I could not talk like this. I did not stumble over my words quite the way that I am doing now. I was not as great. I know I'm definitely stumbling today, and that is because I'm talking really fast because I'm trying to cram this into a quick video for you guys so that we are not overwhelming you. But the more you practice, the more you do it, the easier it is, and the easier it is to come up with topics and to hit things kind of as you're going. So Doing a live broadcast, if you are doing it for the first time and you're going around an event like this, might be a little hard for you to kind of narrate it. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and the better you get at it. And then that you can be more effective that way, and more people will start to tune in. Amazing, right? It all works out. But I can't get too much into all of this stuff because I do have my courses on this, so I do have to be respectful of my students. So we're going to move on to number 4, and that is to create a video for your town. So let's say you have an event, and maybe you don't want to go live. That's okay. Or maybe you want to do it in conjunction with going live. You can do both things. What I want you to do is take your phone, take your camera, take whatever, and I want you to start filming things. Start filming. Let's just say it was the steampunk event in my town. So you would film the book signing. You would film the people in costume. You would film the different vendors. You would actually maybe do some interviews with people if you wanted. You could film the people who were kicking off the event. You could do all sorts of things. You could go into the restaurants and you could film the food. You could film all sorts of amazing things and then go back home. Condense that footage into a quick little video. Keep it under 3 minutes. I would even say maybe definitely under 3 minutes. Maybe 2 is probably a decent point for that, so that you can get a look at what's going on and then put it out on social media so everybody can share. Hey, this is a great event. We're so glad all these vendors came out. Come check out all these costumes. Check out everything that happened. This is a great highlight reel of what we did this past weekend. And you're just doing this as a service to people. And you're letting people share it on their Facebook pages and on their social media platforms and what they're doing. They can even put it on their website and say, hey, I participated in this. I was a member of this. I did this. And this fabulous photographer actually went out and they filmed all of these things for me and gave us this video to use. Don't be one of those people that's like, credit, credit, credit. If you want credit, put your name at the end of your video, okay? You are not necessarily going to be harping on people to be tagging your page because that's simply not going to happen. It's going to be a little abrasive, a little maybe offensive if you reach out to people afterwards. So if you want credit for this, get your name in the video and then let them post it. Okay, I know it's a little bit different than what we typically think, and we don't have contracts for this. So, be nice about this. If you want the credit, put your name in the video, and then just be nice. Just be nice. Do this with a heart of service, and don't go after people for this. Now, the 5th one I want to talk about is to write up a wrap-up blog post, and that is after the fact. So after you've taken your photos, after you've done your videos, after you've done your lives, I want you to jump onto your blog, and I want you to say, hey, listen, I needed to relax this weekend. We had a great event in town. Here's what happened. I loved this. I saw all these vendors, people wearing costume. Here's some photos. Here's what we did. I was there. I took photos of people and I gave them to them for their Facebook profile photos. I was there and I did this really great video. I got to see all these vendors. Oh, hey, look at the swag that I picked up from the vendors at this event that I was at over the weekend. And you highlight these people. Show off people, show off their websites, tag them on social media, get photos up there for them. Go all in on the love for these other vendors. I want you to believe that you are Oprah Winfrey giving cars to everybody, but cars are tags and websites and links and photos, and you're just giving to everyone and letting them know that you had fun at this event, other people had fun at this event, and you happen to be there even though you weren't paid to be there, even though you weren't contracted to work there, even though you did not have to be there. You were there doing service work for people. You weren't asking for money. You weren't asking for them to do anything in return. You were not asking for anything from them, but you were there with a heart of service and you were giving to them and giving back to them. So write your write-up blog post, pop it on your blog, get your SEO there for that, get your little bump up on Google for that, and you will be good to go. So let me know, what other ideas do you have? What could you do at a local event, whether it is a town picnic or a steampunk event or a local author book signing, or let's say it is sidewalk sales or a farmer's market or whatever it is that your town is doing, Christmas caroling. We're in summer right now as I'm teaching this, so I'm thinking summer things, but like town Christmas caroling. What about the Halloween costume party for kids at the library? What can you do? And of course, now that I've said the word kids, I do have to throw in there, if you are photographing people, make sure that everyone's okay with having themselves photographed. You don't want to be photographing random children. Make sure parents are good, and then don't use it on social media unless you have permission, please. But you could do so many things to get out there and just be of service. And when you show up with your camera and you're taking photos and just giving them to people to support their businesses, to let them have new Facebook profile pictures, to just bring a little joy into their lives and send something cool to grandma about what they did at the library this weekend. when you show up and you have your camera and you're just being a nice human being, people will take notice. And maybe they'll ask for business cards. So, hey, carry your business cards. But don't walk around handing them out. Only give it out if you absolutely need to. If they ask for it, just be a lovely person. And hey, it's totally okay to remind them, I do things like this frequently. If you want to know where I'll be next doing things like this, social media and newsletter. And not in that order, guys. But I can't say too much on that because it is in the newsletters for portrait photographers course and the mini trainings that we have for you guys. So I got a lips zipped on that one. But make sure you check out the training for that, which we have a couple coming up in the next week or two. I'm opening it up next week. I think I've got some more trainings, live trainings for you guys. So it's going to be good. If you want info on that, go ahead and hit me up in the comments below and I will get you some info for that. And I want to hear your ideas. So if you have ideas on what you can do to market local events without sounding slimy, let me know. We gave you 5 of them today, but I want to hear from you. What can we add to this list? We may even do some bonus trainings if you've got some good ones. So let me know. I'm Cam Robinson, social media marketing strategist here at Cam Robinson Photography, and I love jumping on to our Tuesday chats, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single Tuesday right here on Facebook.com/KMRobinsonPhotography. We're going over new topics. We talk about all sorts of photographer marketing tips, and we are answering your questions. If you've got questions, if you've got comments, if something's tripping you up, let me know in those comments below, and we will create a live or a pre-recorded video for YOU getting your questions answered. And of course, you can come hang out with me at KMRobinsonPhotography.com for more live trainings, for more mini sessions like this, for more Q&A. We've got webinars, we've got courses, we've got all sorts of amazing lives for you. And I would love to see you over at KMRobinsonPhotography.com. You guys have a great day. I will see you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. And I will be hopping on with all of the new social media updates from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, Periscope, newsletters, blogs, all of those things that you are using to market your photography business online. We're here to help you out, and I will see you at the very next breaking news, because that happens almost every day at this point. We've got all sorts of fun new things coming out from all these social platforms. If you guys have not taken advantage of some of the new ones like IGTV lately, you have to do it. Make sure you're checking it out. Totally awesome. If you've got questions, if you've got comments, let me know below. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay inspired. Bye-bye.